World War I, also known as the Great War, was one of the most devastating conflicts in human history. It began in 1914 and ended in 1918, involving over 30 countries and resulting in millions of casualties. The war started with the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary on June 28, 1914. This single event triggered a series of alliances and conflicts, plunging Europe into war. The early years of the war saw trench warfare dominate the Western Front. Soldiers lived in harsh conditions, battling not only the enemy, but also mud, rats, and disease. In 1915, the Gallipoli Campaign was launched. Allied forces attempted to capture the Gallipoli Peninsula to secure a sea route to Russia, but the campaign ended in a costly failure. One of the longest and bloodiest battles was the Battle of Verdun in 1916. Lasting nearly a year, it resulted in approximately 700,000 casualties. The Battle of the Somme, also in 1916, saw the first use of tanks in warfare. Despite heavy losses, this marked a significant technological advancement in military tactics. In 1917, the United States entered the war, providing fresh troops and resources to the weary Allied forces. This bolstered morale and shifted the balance in favor of the Allies. The war also saw significant changes on the home front. Women took on roles traditionally held by men, contributing to the war effort and paving the way for future social changes. The Russian Revolution in 1917 led to Russia's withdrawal from the war. This allowed Germany to focus its efforts on the Western Front, but it was too late to turn the tide. The final push came in 1918 with the 100 Days Offensive. The Allies launched a series of attacks that ultimately forced Germany to seek an armistice. On November 11, 1918, at 11 a.m., the armistice was signed, and the guns fell silent. The war was over, but the world was forever changed. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, formally ended the war. It imposed heavy reparations on Germany and redrew the map of Europe, setting the stage for future conflicts. World War I left a lasting legacy, from the League of Nations creation to advances in technology and changes in social structures. It was a war that shaped the 20th century. Today, we remember the sacrifices made by millions of soldiers and civilians. Their stories remind us of the horrors of war and the enduring quest for peace. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history.